Skagit Valley Tulip Festival is in full swing, and joining us this morning, David Johnson, the sponsorship coordinator for the festival. David, good morning.
Good morning, Glenn. Thanks for having me on board.
Do appreciate you coming in and bringing us up to speed on the Tulip Festival. Of course, it runs throughout the course of April, and this week, there's a lot of things going on. I want to kind of turn things over to you. Bring us up to speed on what's coming up immediately here for the Tulip Festival.
Well, immediately, I just heard that weather report, and I'm thinking today's a good day to get out and see those fields.
Yeah.
The crowds are going to be down, it means the traffic is going to be less, and a good chance for Skagit County residents to enjoy those fields that we're famous for. Well, coming up this week, Glenn, I want people to know for sure that our good friends at Tulip Town, Tom and Jeanette DeGody, are dedicating their Veterans Memorial. They have built a brand new Veterans Memorial out there which salutes all of the services, all the men and women who have served our country. And they're going to be dedicating that, and that takes place at 10 o'clock on Friday morning. And they want everybody to know that veterans and current members of the United States Armed Forces will be free from 9 till noon.
Oh, very nice.
I got a good shot at a good chance to look at that dedication, or that memorial as it was being built, and it's really been developed. It's a really nice thing. As you come into Tulip Town, it's just to the left. It's a real nice tribute to our veterans.
I would say so. Now, there's another thing coming up on the 12th.
Yeah, we got another thing coming up on the 12th. So the Veterans Memorial is at 10 o'clock. After you see that, you might want to head on over to what is billed as the world's largest garage sale. It takes place at the Skagit County Fairgrounds in Mount Vernon. The world's largest garage sale takes place all day on the 12th and the 13th, and believe it or not, Glenn, we start getting calls about that probably in December and January, so wondering when it's going to be.
Oh my goodness. People
from throughout Western Washington and indeed throughout the Northwest calling because they want to come to that garage sale, and here in Skagit County we can just drive right down the street and there it is.
That's fantastic.
It's a lot of fun, and so that's the 12th and the 13th, and like you say, there's lots of stuff going on all week and throughout the month. As you well know, Glenn, and your listeners know, the festival really takes place throughout the county. It's not just in Mount Vernon, it's not just the tulips.
Yes.
There's a lot going on, and one of the favorite things, another thing we get calls about, is the Kiwanis Barbecue in Mount Vernon at Hillcrest Park. That started last weekend. That is a very popular event. We have people coming in again from Seattle and saying, now where is that park? I want to go get some of that salmon. Mm-hmm. And that runs through the 28th, so people might want to take advantage of that. It's 11 to 7 every day. It's only $12, and you get some great salmon and all kinds of yummy stuff, including a frozen dessert, which you and I would probably call ice cream.
Yeah.
But it's a frozen dessert treat there at the Kiwanis Barbecue. That's right there at Hillcrest Park. That's at 13th and Blackburn in Mount Vernon, just about a mile from downtown Mount Vernon. So it's a great stop.
Excellent.
We've also got coming up a very busy weekend here in Anacortes. We've got the Wine Festival. You probably know about that. That's from noon to 4:30, and that's a big event. That's going to be taking place at the Port of Anacortes warehouse. As you well know, Glenn, that's down at First and Commercial.
Yeah.
People are coming from all around for that. Advance tickets are $40. You can get them at the Chamber. They're just right down here on Commercial in Anacortes. That's a fun festival. We got people calling about that one too. We've got 30 wineries are represented, 6 different restaurants, live music from throughout the area. And you know the Chamber always puts on a nice event that's being sponsored by our good friends at Tesoro as well as the Anacortes Chamber.
Excellent. Do you like that? Hoping to be there myself?
Yeah, I am too. If I wasn't so busy doing these other things, I'd try to make it by there. You know, because we've got the 13th is a big weekend too, and it's the only day all year, Glenn, that PACCAR opens its house, or opens its facilities.
I've been to this open house. It is fantastic. If you haven't been to this, you must go.
Yeah, it's 11 to 3. It's the only day all year they open up. It's right there on Farm to Market Road in Mount Vernon, just off Highway 20, and it's 11 to 3. It's going to be packed, but it's going to be well worth it. It's where they make and test all these big trucks you see driving around the road.
A great opportunity to see how this all comes together, and they have a lot of great examples of the technology that they have developed on display for you. And this is a one-day per year event, so it's really interesting, and I do encourage people to check this out.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You can get some more information on all these things we're talking about, Glenn. You probably know this, but your listeners might not know. Check out tulipfestival.org. That's www.tulipfestival.org, the busiest website in Skagit County during the month of April.
Oh, you got it.
1.8 million people checked it out last year from, believe it or not, 92 countries.
That's amazing.
We've already had guests from 53 countries. Last year we had 77. We have a map in the office, Glenn, that when people come in we say, where do you live? Not where you're from, because then they always tell us where their grandmother came from.
Right.
We want to know where they live. And we've already got, I think, I was there on Sunday, I think it was 38 states and 53 countries already.
Oh my goodness. You mentioned maps. I'd like to ask you about the Bloom map.
Our popular Bloom map. Thank you for asking. The Bloom map is, you can get that again, go to www.tulipfestival.org. Down at the bottom of the page there's an icon that says Bloom map. Click on that and it'll tell you the latest fields that are blooming. Right now you'll see all of the yellow fields are lit up, those are the daffodils, and 5 of the, I think it's 7 or 9 tulip fields are lit up and ready to be seen.
I'm sure that's a big question you guys get asked a lot is where are the tulips blooming?
Well, not before 9 or after 5, because we stop answering the phones
Oh,
at 5
okay.
and we get there before 9. That's probably our most persistent question is, how are the tulips doing and when are they going to bloom? And I always say, when they ask how are the tulips blooming, I say they miss you and they want you to come see them. But they're out there and blooming, so check out that bloom ad. It's updated at 10 o'clock every morning.
Oh, excellent.
And so that tells us a lot of information. It is a busy weekend, so in addition to seeing those tulips, we've got a great activity going on in LaConner this weekend. From 11 to 2 is our Tulip Frolic, which is sponsored this year by Country Financial. The Tulip Frolic is a real fun family activity. We've got some face painting there. We've got a woman who's coming in and doing the balloon animals. We've got the LaConner Jazz Band is playing.
Oh, wonderful.
We have Boy Scouts showing you how to tie knots, and Girl Scouts will show you how to recycle things in your home. It's just a lot of fun for the family.
Oh, excellent.
And that's free. It's right there at Gilkey Square, right at the corner of First and Morse when you come into downtown LaConner. And that's all a preparation for our 28th annual U.S. Bank Kiwanis Parade. And this year we got Fred and Margaret Martin, our Grand Marshals. Now, you may not know a lot about Fred and Margaret, but they sure do in LaConner. One of the reasons LaConner is as popular as it is because when Fred was mayor for a number of years, he also ran LaConner Pharmacy there. He was one of the almost the founding father of modern day LaConner.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're honoring Fred and Margaret. They're going to be our Grand Marshals. And they're going to take off on the 20th annual parade. Takes off from 6th Street down there where all the schools are. Goes right down the center of LaConner. We get about 5,000 to 7,000 people, depending on the weather. And it's a great opportunity. We call it an impromptu parade because even though we encourage people to sign up in advance,
Right.
you can just show up that day.
Oh, excellent.
And right now we have some of the ladies from Skagit Valley Roller Derby are going to be rolling down the street, weather permitting. And they're going to be there. We've got some singers coming from various groups. We've got Boy Scouts, we've got Girl Scouts, we've got a bunch of Corvettes, and it's just a lot of fun.
Make sure to get there early.
Well, that's a good
Yeah.
good tip. Thanks
Yeah.
so much for reminding us.
Parking will be at a premium, so get there early if you plan to attend. But yeah, it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you get there too late, you may actually be in the parade because you couldn't find a place to park. You figure, what the heck, I'll just roll down the street.
Good point. Good point.
We do encourage people to sign up in advance, Glenn, and they can do that on our website. Again, tulipfestival.org. Down there at the bottom, right next to the bloom map, is an icon for the parade entry form.
Very good.
Click on that, fill it in, and last time I checked, we had 27 entries, which is pretty darn good.
Wow.
So that's a lot of fun. So lots going on this weekend. We've got that. We've got the Pack-Our open house. If you want to stay away from the big crowds but still want to have some fun, our good friends out at Washington State, there on Memorial Highway, are doing a spring planting workshop at the WSU Discovery Garden.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they're doing that this weekend. That's at 1 o'clock until people get tired of talking about plants. You want some more information? I love this email address. Tony Tulip. Tony is Toni, Tony Tulip, and she's at Comcast.net, and Tony would love to tell you more about that.
Excellent.
And in the morning from 9 to noon, the Burlington Scrapbook and Craft Supply Swap Meet takes place in Burlington. So that's a lot of fun. So you can see there's a lot going on. And you know, Glenn, if you don't mind, I want to give a shout out to some of the people who sponsored the festival and
You betcha.
actually give us the official products. A lot of people don't realize we have competitions for our official products.
Oh, my.
Every couple of years, we'll open it up and have a competition. For example, our official wine comes from Pasek Cellars in Mount Vernon. I know it's a favorite of yours.
Yes.
And they are in Mount Vernon. They have a tasting room right there in Conway at the Conway exit, 221. They're also in local grocery stores with their Tulip Festival wine. And they also have a store now in Leavenworth, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a tasting center over there in Leavenworth. And you might find this surprising. I didn't once I tasted their wine. They sold over 900 cases of their Tulip Festival wine last year alone. It is a popular wine.
Oh, my goodness.
And people come in and they say, where's the wine? Now, you can't buy that at our shop downtown because we don't have a liquor license.
Right, right.
But you can see it all over town. There's a great looking label on it, and it's a lot of fun, and that's our good friends at Pasek Cellars. We opened up the competition this year to any winery north of King County and south of the border and west of the mountains, and Pasek was our winner.
Very good.
So it's fun to have them, and we're glad to have on board this year for the first time Fidalgo Bay Coffee Roasters. They are our official coffee, and they're great to deal with. Fidalgo Bay, great name, as you well know from around here.
Oh, yeah.
We can see it from your window. They've got the great coffee, and they're doing good. Also, our micro beer this year again is our good friends down at Anacortes Brewery and Rockfish Grill, right down at 320 Commercial.
Yeah.
If you're going to the wine festival, I don't know which way you want to go. If you want to go to the Anacortes Brewery and Rockfish Grill first or afterwards, but wherever you do, make sure you have a designated driver.
Yeah.
But that's great beer, and they come down there, and Rick and our friends down there are always good at supporting us with that. And two more official products this year, our good friends at Forte Artisan Chocolate. They just won a gold medal in an international competition for their chocolates.
I had no idea. idea.
Neither did I. When I called them and said, what do you want me to say? They say, tell us we just won a gold medal at an international competition. So Forte Artisan Chocolate, they're on Riverside Drive in Mount Vernon, and you can buy their chocolate either at our store in 311 West Kincaid. I say store, it's really our administrative offices, where people can come and get information, but they can buy all kinds of souvenirs as well. And finally, our good friends at Warren Jewelers in Burlington Boulevard in Burlington, right across the street from the mall. Every year, Glenn, they design a new piece of jewelry which is just focused on the Tulip Festival. And this year, it's an iconic windmill. It is so delicate, and it's just gorgeous. Now, they had to be careful to make sure it didn't look like anybody's particular windmill, because we have a few of those around the county.
Right, yeah.
So it's more of an iconic windmill, but it's just a lovely piece of jewelry. And I hope my lady friend's not listening, because she's getting one for her birthday. But it looks really nice, and it's really great. And that's at Warren Jewelers. Again, we have it at the headquarters for the Tulip Festival, which is 311 West Kincaid, right downtown, between 1st and 2nd on Kincaid in Mount Vernon.
Excellent.
And also, of course, at Warren Jewelers, and they're just great people to work with, and there's lots of stuff going on.
My goodness gracious. Now, if folks want to find out more about the Tulip Festival, how can they go about doing this?
Well, they got that website, tulipfestival.org. They're happy to do that. If you send us an email at info@tulipfestival.org, we'll even send you one of our beautiful full-colored brochures.
Yeah, we've got some of the brochures here at the station too. So
You do, and all those sponsors have them as well, and they're at the chamber and they're throughout the county. We've got them all over the place. This year, Glenn, it's interesting. We printed 220,000 copies of those things. They start being distributed in mid-January. They're from Greater Vancouver in British Columbia all the way down to Tacoma. They're on the ferries, and they get picked up, and we just mailed out 953 this morning to people around the country.
oh, wonderful.
So we are a popular site, and we say that the Tulip Festival comes once a year, and it brings thousands of people and millions of dollars to Skagit County, and we have it right here in front of us. It's a great opportunity
That is
for us.
excellent. Well, David, thanks for coming in, bringing us up to speed on the Skagit Valley Tulip Festival. We look forward to doing another one of these updates next week.
Well, we look forward to it. We sure appreciate the whale's support and helping us get the word out.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
David Johnson, sponsorship coordinator for the Skagit Valley Tulip Festival. Skagit Valley Tulip Festival, again, running all month long. Enjoy the festival. So many things to do.